Virgo, hello there, my friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early July 2021. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And we're going to get it going immediately with a couple of oracle cards for you, as we always do, just to get into this reading nice and smooth. So I hope you're all doing well and fantastic. Just talk to me about the beautiful Virgos here. And we're just going to look at these real quick before we get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'm going to pull you a bonus spread with the Starseed Oracle to see what it is you need to hear from the universe. So we got a lot of stuff going on for you this week. God, what's going on? We had an interesting reading last week. Okay, some sort of strategy might be in play, or there is something you might need to strategize about or put your energy towards, like the logical brain. And we have creativity as well. So both are different types of thought. And we're going to speak about them briefly, but before we do, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Now, the reason I talk about strategy is you see this picture. Yes, it is overflowing with various symbolism, but the chessboard always sticks out to me, the queen there surrounded by an opposing team. So I'm thinking strategy. You might be in the mode of strategizing, whether it's strategizing about your life or your interpersonal relationships, but a plan might need to be made. A plan might need to be laid out, okay? Or this could even be someone doing that towards you. Interesting type of energies, especially with what we had for you last week. But we got this page type character as well. This guy reminds me of the Page of Cups a little bit. He has the yin yang, but you see the musical instrument, we think of creativity, we think of harmony and flow. But creativity is the name of the game with this guy. So you might need to, or want to, pour some energy into creative endeavors. If that is not something you're yearning or wanting to do right now, that could be beneficial for you. Okay, so we're just going to put these to the side. We're going to keep it moving into tarot, though. As I said, I don't like to spend too much energy on the beginning. But we'll get you 3 in the upright, then I'll intuitively clarify. Let's shuffle it up here for the beautiful Virgos, please. Oh God, so what's going on with Virgo? Okay, now last week's reading was titled A Serious Warning, okay? There was some dicey energies, all right? Like the universe was trying to bring to the Virgo collective some things to look at for sure. If you'd like to rewatch that, feel free. But I want to see if those energies are still sticking around, if it's shifting, if it's changing, moving out, because you know energy is very fluid. Okay, so I'm hoping for less of a serious tone than we had last week. Hope nothing rough has happened for you, my friends. Okay, we have the 8 of Cups starting us off. Okay, maybe some of you did take the warning, right? But even if you're cross-watching for a Virgo, don't be upset by the 8 of Cups. We'll talk about it. They can mean various things. We have the Queen of Wands. That is positive and optimistic, usually. We're going to get one more here. Okay, we have the Star. So I feel like when all is said and done with this spread, it might be optimistic. We still have a lot to pull here, though. Big archetypes, big themes. So I'm going to give you some of these classical meanings before we get into the intuitive, juicy section. Position number 1, we have the 8 of Cups. To me, the first thing I always think of is movement in general. Sure, this could be somebody leaving something or somebody behind, okay? I don't always feel like it's a person or tied romantically to another person. The 8 of Cups could be leaving certain behaviors in the past, certain ways of acting, certain attachments, okay? It doesn't always have to be people. But there is movement and progression, which I feel is good, especially with the cards we have coming up next to it. Okay, so we will see what's coming in, what's moving out. There is some sort of energetic movement at play. In the center, we have the Queen of Wands. Pardon me. You might be tied to a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. You might not be, though. If you're not, I think of the Queen of Wands, and I think how someone feels about themselves. Someone's self-esteem, okay? Beauty, sure. Sensuality is a theme with her as well. Something very attractive. You might be feeling attractive, or someone could view you in that way. But when I see the Queen of Wands, that is always the first thing I think, how someone is feeling about themselves. Okay, so hopefully none of you are having self-confidence issues. Maybe someone you're tied to is having self-confidence issues, especially with the 8 of Cups right next to it. But as we move to the back end of the reading, we have the Star, which is one of the more positive cards in the tarot deck. It could be signaling a prominent Aquarius in your life. And whenever we have the Star, the first thing I think of is hope. It is also a card of making a wish upon the Star, like there's something you might really be wanting, or someone you're connected to is like really yearning for something. It could absolutely be something that's a little ways away, something that's off in the distance, whether it's something you've been working towards for a while. We'll see if this could be some sort of win in the end or some good completion when we clarify it, but the Star is generally positive. that there is hope, there is light at the end of the tunnel. So with all that being said, we're going to dive deeper and clarify. So let's get a shuffle here for Virgo, please, my guys. What's going on with Virgo? And my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the reading, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So I will stray from the classical meanings a bit. But you feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, all tarot readings are about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine here. So let's see what's up with this Eight of Cups. Why is the Eight of Cups here for the beautiful Virgos? That was super quick. Okay, yeah. This is someone that's just over games. We have the Five of Swords showing up in reverse, and the imagery to me made me chuckle. It's just funny to me. Like someone who's just not about any games right now, not about any nonsense, okay? If that's not you, examine the people around your life who are just not willing to put up with nothing. Like this is someone who's just gonna put the foot down. It's like game over. That's it. No more playing around. That's just how it feels, because the Five of Swords to me is an extremely competitive type of energy. It could be an energy of conflict. So the fact that it's showing up in reverse under this Eight of Cups, that's just what it's signaling. Someone just not being about games in general. And I get it. Most of us like to live a drama-free type of life, but this is somebody completely rejecting that, completely rejecting games as well. It's giving me an interesting feeling. I'll just say that. We're going to keep it moving, though, to this Queen of Wands. See what she could be about. Pretty simple message right there in the beginning. So why is the Queen of Wands here? That made me chuckle. Why is the Queen of Wands there? Okay, Page of Cups. Yeah, someone really might be trying to get up the nerve to talk to you about something, Virgo. That's what I'm feeling. Now, the Page of Cups could absolutely be a water sign in your life, but all pages are students and all pages are communicators, messengers. This one specifically is one that expresses their emotions. It could be love offers sometimes with a Page of Cups. But under the Queen, as I was saying, the self-confident, beautiful, sexy Queen, and the page underneath, I just feel like someone really trying to gather the confidence to approach you about something, to speak to you about something. So in the coming days and weeks, you might have some pretty deep conversations, different messages from different people that are diving deeper than they normally do with you, expressing themselves, okay? You apply it to your story as you need, because there's a lot of Virgos out there going through a lot of different things. But there is big possibilities of someone really, really wanting to talk to you about something. Okay, it could be an emotional conversation or talk. But we're going to get it going with the star, and then I'll give you a quick recap. Then we'll move into your bonus spread. Interesting spread this week, Virgo. So why is the star here for my Virgo friends? Please. Could just be an Aquarius. Okay, we have the Three of Cups. There might be something in your life, whether behavior or person, that you might need to shave away to really reach a success or long-term goal, okay? And I don't say that lightly. I know I was just chuckling in the beginning and stuff, but this just gave me a more serious type of vibe. With the Three of Cups showing up in reverse, this could speak about groups of people, group dynamics. It could also talk about indulging a little bit, okay, in various pleasures of the flesh when it's in reverse, okay? So under the star, if there is something that you have a long-term eye on, something you've been working towards or wanting to attain, there might be certain behaviors or people that you might need to do away with, okay? Same goes to you if you're a cross watcher, okay? That's just how it's feeling to me intuitively, and I do not say that lightly, okay? So do with that information what you will. Everybody has free will to do as they wish. That's just what the cards are saying. So if you kindly look down here, I'll give you a quick recap before we get into what the universe might want you to know. In position number 1, we have the Eight of Cups with the Five of Swords in reverse. To me, that is a straight up serious, no nonsense, no games type of energy. Like when that card first popped out, I was just like somebody just walking away, putting the hand out and just, I'm not doing this, or it's just like game over type energy. That's just what it was feeling like to me. No drama. I see it with the Three of Cups in reverse on the end too, like someone just not being about a group drama of any kind either, so it makes sense. But you might be a little stern in your ways, you might be a little more serious than usual. In the center, we have the Queen of Wands with the Page of Cups. As I said, I feel like this is somebody gaining courage or building up courage to try to speak to you or wanting to say something. That could even be something you're trying to do, like get up the nerve to talk to somebody about something. It's pretty straightforward. But on the back end, it got a little more serious to me when we have the star with the Three of Cups in reverse. That was like, I was having fun. And then that was like a slap in the face energetically to me, that there might be certain things going on around you. And I'm not putting any blame on you. I'm not calling anybody out. But there might be certain things or certain behaviors that need to be trimmed away if you're looking for long-term sustainable success. Okay, so interesting things we got going on here, Virgo. Past couple of weeks have been a little crazy regarding the readings. But we're going to shuffle this up and see what you need to hear from the universe. So my gods, talk to me about Virgo. And I like to end the readings with this because it's very optimistic. And I want to see what you need to hear. So let's get it going here. What does Virgo need to hear? I'll give you the literal meanings and my intuitive feelings as well. Love using this deck. Okay, that was super quick. Yeah, advising somebody might be part of the... Interesting. Okay, we have the whale and orca elders, and we have all paths lead to home, and these feel beautifully tied together. Now, we're just going to go through these real quick. I'm not going to spend like a whole bunch of time on them. But when we're talking about messages that the universe wants you to hear, you just have to apply to your situation. Now, the whale and orca elders, to me, does speak about the older people in our lives, someone that may have been around for quite a while, but it could be someone needing advice. Whether that's you needing or wanting advice or somebody approaching you. That could absolutely happen in the coming days and weeks, or someone hits you up and says, hey, listen, man, I need some advice. I don't know what to do here. This is the kind of energy this gives me. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're going through a tough time, if you're going through situations where people need advice, if you feel they're deserving of it, if you feel they're going to consider it and take your advice, give it to them. You know, that's how I am, free-flowing energy, right? It says, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. So this is a very deep emotional type of card as well. And does talk about sharing your unique gifts, okay? And that could be tied to advice for some of you. Now, we have all paths lead to home, and to me, this is just a big archetype of the journey of life. I know most people have heard the quote that all rivers lead to the ocean. That's kind of what this is. It talks about our connectivity to each other, first of all, and our connectivity to the source energy that makes this universe run, if you believe in such things. But all paths lead to home just talk about the journey of life, that we all go through the ups, we all go through the downs and the in-betweens. If you don't go through conflict and good time both, if you don't experience that duality, you can never really further yourself and your journey and your purpose. That's personally what I believe. The literal meaning of this card says, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. So yeah, maybe there is some soul searching you need to do. We had a lot of different things within this reading, but there's nothing wrong with quieting the mind, sitting with yourself, and analyzing yourself honestly and analyzing situations you're going through. It's actually extremely healthy. So Virgo, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet though. I'm going to give you the details of the July subscriber surprise. For the July subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot Illuminati kit. It has a guidebook in there. It's a gorgeous deck. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the tarot cards, which one best describes you as an individual. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of July, I will announce the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, thank you so much. And I'll see you next time.